Did you have any questions from the last session? Jocelyn, was everything clear?
No, sir.
Okay. Clear, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sriram? Okay. Sriram, how about you?
Yes, I have no
No,
questions.
now in the IDE, we had used in the last session Google Colab. When you write programs, we have Python, sorry, we have Python comments. Sorry about that. We have Python code comments. Now, code comments are some descriptive text about the lines of program code below the specific line. So then it is having some descriptive text like this is a sales commission program. Okay, it's a comment, and the symbol hash symbol is before that. So it's a single line comment like this. Okay, so you put that single line comment to tell what the specific lines of program below this line is doing. Okay, so often when you see the program, it's all written in some specific constructs. It could be having assignment, some
Ajit sir,
initialization. Yes.
your voice was breaking, so for that last part, all of that last part was not.
Yeah, I'll repeat. I see. For code comments, there is a hash symbol before the specific line of text. Okay, so here this is a comment, like saying this is a sales commission program. So whenever you are writing a program, you have a narrative text like this before, and a single line comment is with this hash symbol. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, and the lines of code below that would have some assignment, will have some initialization of a value. It could have some conditions, it could have some repetitive loops and all that. So there are multiple sections where you can enter some meaningful comment for whoever is reviewing the code. Maybe you as a developer have written the code and then you move to another project or you left the organization. But these code comments is going to help the next developer who is going to maintain the code. So hash is a single line comment, and you have triple quote like this, 3 single quotes, which is for multi-line comment. Multi-line comment would be like this. An example is program name, and then sales commission calculation program. Who is the author of this program? Okay, JPAL, and creation date or created date, the date in which this program was first created. So it's more than one line of comment. So every line you don't need to put a hash. Instead, at the very beginning, you can put 3 single quotes, and below the multiple lines, you can close that 3 single quotes. So this is a multi-line comment. So single line comment is like that with a hash, and multi-line comment is like this. You could put hash on every line. So that is not going to look so good, but this is more readable. So multi-line comments are like that. Okay, is this clear? Jocelyn?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. So let's move on. Now here we have some arithmetic. The next few slides is across various operators: arithmetic, relational, assignment, binary, member identity operation. So these are like yesterday, we noticed that we are adding 2 strings, and Jocelyn asked, hey, what's that plus? Okay, plus is an additional operator. Much like in Python, you have the origin of Python is from mathematical backgrounds. Okay, that means they wrote originally for mathematical computation. Okay, so all your mathematical operators are the same. Okay, as it is. So you have plus. No, values are integer. Plus will just do a mathematical addition. Okay, so x here is 5 and y is 2. So x plus y equal to x plus y equal to 7. Pardon me. So this being integer values, the processing is for integer. Suppose you had x and y as string values, what it will do is it will merge both the strings like we saw yesterday. Python was 10 years old or something like that. So whenever you merge two strings, you could still use the plus operator. Okay. Now x minus y, okay, integers. So that's like that. You might ask, what is this triple arrow? In Python, when you install the Python software in your desktop, okay, it has a shell, interactive shell. That interactive shell has a prompt like this. Okay, since we didn't go about doing that, we are we are using the interactive Google Colab notebook, right? So notebook does not have prompt like this. Okay, so x plus y, x minus y, x into y is star or asterisk is a multiplication sign. Backslash is division. Okay, percentage is a modulus operator. Now, modulus means remainder operator in mathematics. Okay, another name is modulus operator. That means x divided by y is 5 divided by 2. You have 1 as a reminder. That is 2 as, if it were 4, there will be 0 reminder, but it's 5. 5 is one value extra than 4, so this is modulus. So that is that reminder. So reminder is 1. So 5 divided by 2, modulus, the value of x percentage y is 1. Float division is two backslashes. So that is a float division, which means you have a division 2.5. The exact value is having decimal places. It will truncate the decimal places and take the base here. It goes to the value 2. Okay, it truncates to the nearest integer. Bottom of that integer is floor. Okay, and then exponential operators are like this. 2 asterisks for power. Okay, so truncating division operators with double division. That means the decimal part is taken off and the base integer alone is kept. The bottom integer is kept. Okay. So, and then exponential is x power y. So 5 squared is 25. Okay. So truncating division, floor truncates results. Okay. So those are the operators. You can try. Let's start. This is um, okay. Collab. I'm just get back to your notebook. So I'll show you how I open the notebook. It's going to connect to my account. So you also connect to your account. So it opened up. I opened the notebook and I can go to yesterday's notebook like that. Are you able to open yesterday's notebook?
Yes.
Jesslyn?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, you're able to open, right? Okay, okay. So that's yesterday's program. So now what we can do is you can see this. I have a code comment. Okay. Print the age of Python or something like that. Okay, any comment. So whenever you put a comment, you have to include this hash before. So it's a code comment, single line comment. Okay, just type in any narrative text. Okay. Code comments. Okay. Now single line text. But often in programming, when you write a certain Python program, you will start with a code header. Code header is a multi-line mm, multi-line comment. That's this three codes. Okay. So program name, sales commission, like this. Write in a multi-line text. Okay. So simply put, you don't need to do anything. Paste all these 3 lines 3 times. Go about doing that. Okay. This is single line comments 3 times. Okay. And if you include a multi-line comment, it understood that I'm trying to comment more than 1 line. So I put 3 quotes like that. You see? So now the single line comment, it was this way, it went off. So it doesn't matter whether I have a hash here or anything like that. So these 3 quotes there and these 3 quotes here is sufficient. You don't have to put each of those like that. You can remove, can delete the hash in front of it. So this is a multi-line comment. Okay. So this line 1, line 2, line 3. So normally we would say the program name, author, date in which it was created. So a code header or the header of this code is a multi-line comment. For developers, it's a good practice to put author name, things like that. Author, date created, and so on. Okay. Program name. Sometimes will be more narrative text like description of the program in greater detail. So multi-line comment. Is this clear? Are you able to get it?
Yes.
Now, so Shriram,
Yes.
yeah, see, when I highlight print, did you see the other 2 prints got highlighted? Okay,
Yes.
so in this collab, you want to change. Did you see that? I'll repeat. Watch carefully on screen. Maybe I can zoom it a bit. First, I selected print. I did not select the other 2 print in line 3 and 4. Neither the print in line 8 I did not select. So my selection, others are, it's predicting, okay? I'm not sure it's doing the same for you, but when you select this print, I can do Control D to select multiple prints. You see this?
Yes.
Control D. Try doing Control D on the keyboard. Did it select all of them?
Yes, yes, it did.
Right. Jocelyn? Control D. So I did here Control D after
Yes,
selecting.
sir.
Yeah. Now, if I make this as, okay, for the sake of showing this, I can tell show, I changed show the age of Python. I changed. So what happened? All three locations change equally. Okay. So often in a program, if you're trying to change the name of a variable or anything like that, you don't want to go changing individually and cause a typo. Okay. So I can do a Control D after highlighting. So first time I highlight and do a Control D, it does the multi-selection of all similar names. Okay, in this case, Python is inside as well. Let's say I tell show the age of uh, my dog. Okay, so it changed. So this way you can be sure that you're not left every selection. Okay, so it changed simultaneously on screen. I didn't go about changing separately. Instead, Control D, you can select all similar occurrences and just type once. Everywhere it changes simultaneously. Yeah, is that clear? Okay. Okay,
Yes.
right. Okay. So that's a little bit about comments and comments, best practices to write comments wherever. Now these three lines, some comments are there. As you go, you can have some set of lines have the comment above that, another like that. Groups of lines of code together might have some function. So the comments is about it. Arithmetic operators, let's start a new code cell. Um, yeah. So here x equal to 5. Okay. Y equal to 2, like that. My my session is with the AI, so it's helping me write out. So print x and y, x plus y. Now um, in Colab, you can just you don't need to use the print. Okay, print is redundant as well. If you see even a shell, if I do x plus y and run, it will work. Okay, so even in a shell x plus y, the shell is with the triple arrows I showed you on screen here. This is the shell. It's an interactive shell, they call it. Okay, so x plus y is 7. You don't have to use print. Print, however, can be used to print explicitly. Let's say print, and then x comma y comma and then x plus y. Okay. So here I have used 3 arguments. We call these as arguments. Okay. And if I run this, it's going to show x is that, y is that, like that. Okay. Or if you want to generate like an output, x plus, I'm using the symbol, which is a string. Okay, I put a string plus in between, and then I can say that This is a single string I'm printing. So did you get what I was doing? It is just generating a single string, but here, hold on, let's type. Okay, x is an int. So here I do str of x. So I convert it to a string, only then this addition will be successful. So x of y string. These are all integer values. That's why it did not take that. Okay, str of z. Yeah, this should do. Okay. So we learned yesterday that you can't put a int inside a print. Okay. So then uh, if you have to use, you have to typecast, right? We learned that yesterday by saying string of age. So here I was not looking at string of x is required if you have to build the entire string. Okay. So then 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Now, um, if you have to generate a mathematical multiplication table, then you will do like this, right? So you have multiplication uh, symbol, okay? So which is asterisk, okay? And then you can change this here. 5 into 2 is 10, okay? You could print that many times, or we'll see how we loop through to generate a multiplication table. Okay. So another point is I can do x equal to x plus 1 like that. It will work. The same y equal to y plus 1 and so on. So it incremented the value of x by 1. Okay. It increment the value of y by 1 as well. Okay. Or you could also do, see, this is an expression x equal to x plus 1, right? So instead, you could also do x plus equal to 1. Okay, x plus equal to, both are the same. Both are the same. So I'm commenting 1 like that. So whenever you see plus equal to, it means x plus equal to 1 means this expression x is equal to x plus 1. Okay, so then let me take this off. So you have a multiplication table right there. Okay, so 5 into 2 or 2 into 5, 2 into 6, so on. Let me shoot. So likewise, you can build a table, a multiplication table. Okay. You're getting the idea how to print a table. Of course, Z is not calculated. Um, so we will come to loops. Okay, then we can see how that is calculated. So as you can see, it builds a mathematical multiplication table. Okay, 2 into 5, 2 into 6, 2 into 7, so on. Okay, are you getting this? And reminder operator is, let's try to change one of the operators to a reminder. Percent is a reminder operator. So here the value of x, okay, let's do this one, percent. Okay, just pay attention to these 3 lines or the first 4 lines. By modulus percent. cosine. Sorry. Cosine. So 5 mod 2 is 1. 6 mod 2 is 0. The remainder. Okay. So this is the remainder operator. Where is this used? Because when it is looking like a mathematical operator, it's used to determine odd and even numbers. Okay, so that's where it is used. So, so string and all that. And then we had float division. Let's see how that looks. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. It truncated the 0.5 and retained the 2. Okay, this is float division. And here's again 3. Okay, so that's float division. So we looked at modulus, we looked at the mathematical operations and float division. Okay, so these are some arithmetic operators. Okay, any questions? Are you following along? Are you able to get this output?
For my code, it's
Hmm.
not showing the same output. And
X is 5, right? Y is 2,
yes,
and we have changed the float division here.
yes,
Okay, and then we are using that in the string.
yes.
Share your screen. Yeah, let me take a look at it. Let me stop sharing. One moment. Okay. All right. Yeah, everything looks fine. Yeah, that's correct. 5 float division of 5 by 2 is 2, and 6 by 2 is 3. That's correct. Yeah, you
Because
got it.
before it said it had it gave me an error, so I wasn't sure why.
This what you got is correct only. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Jason, are you getting it? Can you share your screen? You have to attend on. Okay, one moment. Uh, it's better to attend on the browser. Okay. Index, are you getting the output? Yeah, 2. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yes, I got the output, sir.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Very good. Now let's move on. So this is all the arithmetic operators, and yeah, like I showed you, let me show one more cell here. A slight, um, let's say greet is equal to welcome. I think we did that in the very first session, something like that. Welcome. Okay. So I have a variable greet equal welcome. So I can print greet into, sorry, greet into 3, and it will greet 3 times. Okay. So in
You're
Python,
not sharing a screen.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me, so greet is equal to welcome, or greeting equal welcome. Okay. And I do greeting into 3, it will repeat 3 times. So Python can understand string into an integer. Okay, string into an integer, it will repeat 3 times. Okay, so here this is when an integer is multiplied with a string, it just understands it is repeating. Okay, so that's one string operation when you might want to generate some string multiple times. Okay, of course, if you have space here, and that's going to show you with the space. Okay, so we'll come to string operations further later. Okay, now so let's move on. Relational operators. So relational operators are greater, lesser, evaluating to an equal to is like this, double equal to. Okay, so whenever you have x equal to 5, you're assigning with a single equal to, but when you're evaluating two values are equal, like x equal to y or not, is with a double equal to. Okay, and then you have exclamation and equal to, so this is not equal to. Okay, so this is you're evaluating to an equals, this is evaluating to not equals. Okay, so x not equal to y will return true when x and y are not equal. It will x equal to x double equal to y will return true if x is equal to. Okay, then greater than equal to is like that, less than equal to is like that. Okay, these are relational operators used to compare values. Okay, I talked about plus equal to, so x plus equal to 1. So assignment operators, like this is how you assign x equal to 1. But the operator here is plus and equal to together. So it is x equal to x plus 1 is shortly written like this. Okay, same way minus equal to, division equal to, mod equal to, multiplication equal to, x is x into 1 can be written like that. It's something like a shorthand for it. Okay, power equal to and all. Truncating division also is included. So that's a assignment operator. You will rarely use this binary operators, but these are called bitwise operators, A and B, A or B, like that. Okay. In terms of evaluating expressions, you can use this sort of operators. Both are true, both one or the other is true, is evaluated like this. Okay, so an expression before this, an expression after this can also be there. Okay, means if one or the other is true, it will go forward like that. Other operators are use x and y. In is a member operator in. Okay, so if x in y means it could be a series. Okay, we'll come to these operators when it checks a series. If the value of x is inside that, then it will evaluate to true. It's a member of y. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here is y, and then x is, let's say, 4. So is 4 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It will evaluate to true like that. X not in y. Okay, x is equal to y, x not equal to y. Okay, so these are x is equal to y. X is y is true when both variables point to the same memory location. Okay, we will see these later, but this is how these are operators also, and they can also be used in Python. Okay. Okay. We've seen print hello world. Okay. Now, basically, you can do the double quote and see this. Okay, let's go to the code cell, add one new code cell. I can say print, start off with a double equal to, okay, sorry, double quotes, okay, with the double quotes, hello, comma, world, okay, an exclamation. So what's going on here is, earlier I showed the comma can separate strings, okay, but here I'm using all these special characters, and since I have to preserve it as one string, I'm using a double quote. Okay, so typically in print, you saw earlier you could print one x comma y comma like that, or you could print two few strings separated by a comma. Okay, but here I have an English text which is a string, and by itself that has a comma. Okay, so then to preserve this whole string as it is, I'd use the double quote. Okay, same way like I can print uh, like we saw earlier. Don't what is that? Don't use apostrophes or something. See the English word don't. Okay, so that to preserve this whole string, I use a double quote. So the preferred option is to use double quote. Now, have I used a single quote here? What happened? Are you there? Are you folks there? Yeah, you are there, right? Okay. Okay, no problem. So have I used single quote? See, this is how it will go. What happened is it encountered first single quote, but your string inside has a single quote. So then it truncated that string here, and this T is just going to cause error. Okay, and then it encountered the single quote. So it doesn't preserve, the string got truncated by the string inside. So what we do apparently is we enclose in double quote. Okay, so this is an English apostrophe, okay, or a single quote there, and better to use double quotes. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Sriram, are you following?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now let's move on. So that's print hello world. Now splitting a string. Now with string, often you might read a file, but you want to separate the words of that string. Now here is hi, this is a test. Okay, it's a sentence. Hi, this is a test. And what is the intention is to split this string by into words, okay, by what the white space. The blank is also called white space. So if I want to split that string by the words and get two separate words, I can print, the whole sentence is S. S is my sentence, okay, and that's a string. The string dot split is another built-in function. So uh, this is available along with the string variable. Okay, every time a string variable is there, you will you can use that string dot that built-in function, in this case split. And why is it a function? Because we have this brackets just after the word. Okay, whenever you see this, there is this function. This is a function. The function is identified by immediate open and close brackets. Okay, so this is a built-in function. S dot split will split the whole string into separate words. Now, where is this used? This is used when in language models, when some text of or some paragraph is there and you want to count how many words and all that. Okay, to create a bag of words. Okay, I have a paragraph and then I take that paragraph, I want to do some language modeling. So then I will take every word into a separate what's called a bag of words. Okay, that means I'm picking first word, second word, putting it into a bag. Okay, so to do that, you can do the string dot split. It will split by the default character is a blank. So this is going to look okay. It understands that I have to split by the blanks. Okay, is that clear? Split by the blanks, and this case each of it is one word. Okay, so let's do that. Split. Started a code cell. So S is my sentence. S is equal to I've used that exclamation mark deliberately. Okay, this is a test. Okay, like that. Okay. Okay, so this is a test, it's a sentence. So I do a print. Okay. Immediately it split the words into separate words. Split the sentence into separate words. Did you get this output?
Yes, sir.
Shira?
Yes, the output is loading, so I'm waiting for it to. Yes, I got it.
Okay. Okay. Now let's say this whole text is in a file and I want to split by a special character. Okay. So then this is an exclamation there. I want to use a special character and I just go about using that inside the split function. Okay, so now it will split into two words by that special character. Uh, is that clear?
Yes.
You got the output, Ghislaine?
Yes.
Okay, so where is this used? Because you might have a file like a text file, which is probably a file coming from the old system. It could be having some comma separators, or whenever you take an Excel and you save as a comma separated file, you know CSV file. Excel can be stored like a CSV. Then each column will go like a comma. Okay, that will be the first column, and then a comma, and the second column, and a comma. It will go like this. So this might be a serial number, and this could be the name, and this could be the subject of a student, like that, and another could be mark. So it could be like that. Okay, so when you split such CSV files, it will now separate the columns values into separate values. Okay, so then the special character is comma here. Okay, so I repeat, you have an Excel, you have a capability to save it as a CSV file, which is comma separated values, and all the data in that sheet will have commas separating each column, right? So then you use this function, same string dot split with the comma to read separate values of the column. So this is one way of doing it. Okay. anytime you see a special character, maybe it's a COBOL program which is giving you a data file, and there they have old programming character separator is a pipe. Okay, so this is called a pipe. It's the one above the backspace backslash. It's a pipe symbol. Okay, in software this is called a pipe symbol. It's right above the enter key. Okay, and then so the values separating character is a pipe. So look forward to such uh, characters which are comma separate, I mean column separators. So you can split it. Split is a very common function when you're doing file and text processing. Okay. Is this clear?
I can't get the lines, like the
Which one?
straight lines.
This character you're not able to locate.
No.
Uh, you see the enter key right above it.
Yes.
That's you do a shift and that key above it.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, all right. Jocelyn, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's okay, very good. Okay, so let's move on. Now, input. Okay, whenever you want to prompt the user to input a value, okay, so you are going to write an input function, which is a built-in function. Okay, and much like print, whenever you see the function, there's an open and close parenthesis. Okay, and you write a prompt text inside it. So this prompt text will prompt you while the user is inputting the values. So what is your name? What is your score? Like that. Okay. So use the input function prompt for values. So then the value you enter is going to be assigned to the variable on the left. Okay, so here name is equal to input. What is your name? So user will enter the name, and the name will be stored in this function and this variable. Okay, so let me go open a new file saying name is equal to input. What is your name? And then it goes print hello plus name. Okay, so here I'm showing this output. I would say display. Okay. All right. So I enter the name. When it is run, and let's say I run this program, it's going to prompt this text. This is inside a double quote string here. Okay. What is your name? It's going to prompt that. And the value you enter is going to be stored like that into the name variable. Okay. And at the next line, I have hello plus name. So it's got hello Sriram. Okay. Now, where is this used? Okay. Whenever the user logs in to, let's say, an email, okay, or any web-based applications, you log in, the first prompt which the after login it can do is welcome you. Okay. It's a greeting. Or you can say hello Jesslyn, hello Sriram, or you can say welcome Jesslyn, welcome Sriram, so on. Okay, so this is how um, you print an input to your screen. Okay.
I'm getting a error when
Yeah, let me just share this in the chat. Are you closing this code here? And which location is there? You want to check, shall I pass this in the chat or check that against what is here on the screen? Are you using?
No, it worked.
Okay.
It was a misspelling.
Okay. So Jocelyn, you're getting the output?
Yes, sir.
Now, one thing to keep in mind is whatever you type here, even if you type 100, okay, let's say 100 Z2 or something like that, okay, this is always going to be taken as string, okay. This input, the built-in input to this is always a string, okay. Even if I'm putting a number, why this is stored, the input will stored against some variable. The default data type of this input is always a string. Even if you put a number, Python converts it to a string. Okay, so the value is stored as a string, and here when you're printing, this is a string. Okay, so no matter what you type in, it's going to be stored as a string here. Okay, so whenever let's say this case, let's say I'm going to do input, what is your score or something like that, right? What is your score here? And if you score, okay, so then if we are, let's say, doing score is equal to int score uh, plus 25. Okay, so then this is to be typecasted. Okay, so then that's the point here. We have to typecast it into a typecast into. Okay, so here what I've done, okay, what is your name? Okay, so I just put Ray or some name. Okay, what is your score? So if I did, let's say I scored 50, and here is a error here. Just hold on. Is the typecast it is. So what is your name? Ray. Okay. I scored 70. So what it did, it added 25. Here I did typecast to an integer, okay? Because score is always a string. Whatever it took from the input is always a string. I have to typecast to an int. And when I do some arithmetic operation here, it could be like I'm calculating the total or something like that, or adding some 25 marks in this case, score, and then I'm printing it. I again typecast to a string. Okay. So then it took the value of 70, and then your score is 95. Okay, added just 25 to the score. Just typecasting string operation. Keep in mind to get the input, when the input variable score, this is a string, and so I did an int to typecast, and then the score again convert to string to join the output. Are you getting the output right?
For mine, it's giving me the output name, and then I enter score, and it gives me an error.
At which line? So the score is
It
says int of
it
score.
says score is not defined, but I defined the score, so I'm not sure.
Score is equal to this value. Is the same used here?
Okay, yeah.
Work now?
I think yes.
Okay. All right. Jesslyn, is it working?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So just that's a point to keep in mind. Now, when you are printing, you can use a format string like this. Okay. F at the beginning of a string, and within flower brackets, this is the variable name. Okay, this is printing a format string. Okay, why so? Because here you're going to substitute the value of the variable like that. Okay, your name is, I could have put plus and a name, it would have worked. But when you have to write something like addressing in a single sentence, you can have a flower brackets inside the string. Call this variable name inside. Okay, flower brackets inside the string. The code of that string is starting here and ending here. And whenever you use this flower brackets, you can use a variable like that. Okay, so name is my variable name, and that is used here. Now, just outside the single quote, you have to put the letter F. Okay, so this is how you would print a format string. Okay, this is called printing a format string. So print F is inside the parenthesis, then it's quote open and quote close. The string is here, and then the variable is here. Okay, just give it a try. Are you getting this?
Yes.
So just print dot F, open the quote, and the quote ends here. Your name is, start, open, close of flower brackets, and say name. Okay, right? So the value can get crossed across cells. I took the input somewhere earlier run. Okay, in earlier run, I took the input. Okay, and here is Ray. Okay, the score is 100. Okay, so I took the input earlier. Okay, but I can run down any other cell. Okay, print F. Your name is like that. Your score is score. Okay, now see, in this case, I don't need to typecast. Okay, the score in this case is an integer, right? I did the int of the score. Okay, so if you put inside flower brackets, you don't have to bother to typecast int, string, and so on. Okay, it will directly take a variable. Okay, and all you have to bother is to put this letter F before the string. Okay, is this clear, Sriram?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's move on. import works like this. Okay. Import is a Python statement when you have, let's say you have to write a Python program. Okay. Normally, the Python file extension is .py. Okay, and here let's say I have a file name called main.py. I could give any name. Okay, .py. Now I've written all the programs one after another like this inside a single Python file. Now, let's say I have another Python file called item.py. Okay, but you have written all the strings and there are variables declared here, variables assigned here. There are some function names and all that. You want to include all of this main program's variables, functions into your item.py. Okay, so the first program, this is the second program. Okay, I can keep writing very many functions, very many variables like that inside the first program. If all of that has to be available on the next program, I'll use this import, the file name. Okay, so import main, it will include all these functions to be available on the next Python program. Okay, so the import statement brings a Python package into the program. Often all of these together, variables and functions and all this can be put to a package. Okay, and that's called a package, and that package can be just using the file name or the package name and so on. Okay, just the name of the file. Okay, is this clear? Import a file, a name is the name of the file here. Okay, now this is a module is a file containing Python program. So then this can be called a module. Okay, alternatively this can also be called as a package. Okay, so a module contains Python definitions and statements. Okay, module contains Python definitions and statements, and so I can, what they say is you import one module into another. Okay, so then all of these, what you've written, variables and functions will be available. Now, what is a function? We will come to it. Okay, we'll come to it. But just for now, we are introducing import. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Let's keep this. Is this covering the content? The status bar? No, right? Okay, okay, you're not seeing all that. Okay, fine. So what is a package? Python comes with a library of standard modules, meaning you have math, which includes all the mathematical symbols like pi, operations like square root, all of that is inside a module called math. So in Python, there are some standard modules. Okay, that means you don't have to write them. I told you the Python language was written for mathematical computing. Okay, so initially all these mathematical modules are available. Okay, so math is one of the module. You can say import math and use the variable pi. Use math dot square root and so on. Okay, OS standing for operating system. Okay, OS standing for operating system. You can use OS to read a file inside a folder. Okay, you can use sys. These are some of the built-in Python modules. Now, packages are a way of structuring Python modules. So the term module and package can be used interchangeably. It's sometimes, I mean, they are the same. Sometimes a package is more than one module. Okay. So it's a way of structuring Python's modules. Now, Python package installer for Python. Okay, package installer for Python. What it does is it installs your own package. It installs your own packages. So shortly called pip. Whenever you see the word pip in Python, it means that you want to install a package. Okay, that means you could create your own package. Okay, or there could be a collection of package in some location. Okay, like a directory. Okay, meaning num towards is one custom package. Okay, it's a package written by somebody and available in open source, which just converts numbers to words. That means if I put num to words of 42, it'll write the English word 42. Okay, like that. So I want that to be installed. Then I can say pip install num to words. Okay, this is a command to install any of the packages into your environment. You use an exclamation mark inside the notebook. Otherwise, in the prompt pip install, the package name is sufficient. Okay, these things. And here you have pypi.org. Pypi.org is a website, much like the Python.org website. It has got pypi.org, meaning all the Python packages are having an index here, a directory like that. Okay. So if I go to python.org, yesterday I went to python.org, here is pypi, okay, Python package index. Python package index. A list of all the open source packages are available here. You can see that it's got projects and say num towards. So it's a directory. Okay, it's a directory of all the open source packages and num towards any developer can write and post here. This is open source, so num towards is here, and the description of that will be here. Okay, so pip install num towards, it tells how to install. We copy this. Okay, copy this by clicking this copy. I come here, go to your cell. I open a new cell. Put the exclamation like this and paste this. And then if I run, it's installing. It's downloading from that environment. It's open source environment. It's downloading and then it successfully installed this package into your current environment. Okay. Now what I can do is I can use that num towards. Now look at this example. Num towards it's showing some who is a developer, some author. Okay, there are more than one num towards package. Okay, hold on. Num towards. Here is num towards here. Let me go with this one. Copy. This is a num to word actually. So num to words with the letter S. I install that. Okay, num to words is installed. Okay. And then I come back here. There are examples. After the installation, here is some. And then I go num towards of 10,001. Okay, so that's how it's going to num towards of 42. It's going to appear like that. So let's use this. To use it, I would say import num to from num towards import num towards. So I use this import in a slightly different manner. I could just say import like this, but you can say from that package import a module. Okay, so if I use this, that's the import. of that module. Now I can, sorry, now okay, here now I go back here, I can say num towards 42. It's going to print like this. Okay, num towards 42. So if I just use 10,001, it will just write it out number 2 words, 10,001. Okay, now this is used to, probably you can use it in check printing. Okay, if I have an amount like that, and then you have to write the number in words, normally in a check, right? So then this function can be used. Okay, so steps, I repeat, use this pip install num to words. You got it, I will put it in the chat. Num to words. Okay, and just use from num to words import. Again, putting in the chat like that. Did you get it? We will wrap up shortly. It's a little late here, right? Yeah, I will end this session shortly. Okay. Are you getting this num to words? Did you install?
I'm getting an error.
Okay. How about Jesslyn? You are able to install num to words?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sriram, can you share your screen?
Yes.
Install num to words. Better to, I think the pip, first I put num to word. Just include the letter S after the words. DS. Yeah. 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 Now you can run, it should work. Yeah. Yeah. 10,001. Yeah. Better to separate the pip in a separate thing, and line 2 and 3 into another cell. Yeah. So that worked. Okay. Okay. So that's the Python package num to words, and this is pypi.org. Okay, a collection of all the open source programs, by what date of release, who released it, all that is available with examples. Okay, see if you have to switch to a different language, things like that. Okay, several languages there. Okay, okay, so what are we? I will continue this in another session. Okay, we are not done here, so we'll continue from the next session. Is that fine? Or
Yes.
yeah, Jesslyn, is that can we continue in the next session?
Yes, sir. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, so we are almost there, but I didn't want to hold you up too long. So this sort of covers the first week, and we'll continue from this point. Okay, generate the random number. Okay, just more examples for the import. You can, I'll share the slide also. You can take a look at it as well. Okay, so in the next week we'll continue from here. Okay. All right. Anything you want to ask? Feel free. Okay. During the week also, if you want to ask some questions, feel free to ask. Okay.
Ajit sir,
Yeah. Tell me.
for the slides shown today and the previous days, I
Hmm.
couldn't find them. I only found the slides that were from the first 1-2 days.
Okay. This deck I will also share in the Google Drive. Okay.
Okay.
So you can use, you can see the entire deck. Okay. All right. And the recording will also come through. Okay. Give it at least a day's time. Recording will come.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Jocelyn, any questions?
No,
Okay. Okay. Thank you then. Hope you enjoyed this session today. We will continue next Saturday at 6:30 India time, 9 Eastern. Okay.
yeah, yes.
All right. Good night then. Yeah. Have a good day, Sriram. Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.